Hey guys, Nick here. Welcome to the Omniverse of Nick and the next Walking Dead story on the channel, What If the Walking Dead Was a Dream? Before we get started, be sure to smash the like button, subscribe to the Omniverse of Nick, and check out the About tab and homepage so you don't miss anything for the Omniverse's future. With all that said, let's begin. So this whole idea revolves around Rick Grimes waking up after shooting on the bridge and him waking up in the hospital to reveal that everything was a dream. The entire fandom has talked about it. It was supposedly going to happen, and it's genuinely maybe this could have happened, but it never did. And it would have meant so much more than what the show has going for it currently. So, this banks the question, especially with so many dreams, hallucinations, and sequences of events. This is basically like what if Goku was reborn with all of his memories? But I'm not doing that because that is far more stupid. This is going to have major ramifications, and since it's not Goku, and we know that if he was reborn with all of his memories, he would literally just one shot all of the freaking Dragon Ball universe, we have more to work with in the terms of this idea playing into a factor with Rick Grimes, because there's still stuff he doesn't know about. Because taking him and putting him into a dream sequence after he shoots the bridge means that he doesn't know about the Whisperers, which has been a thing in canon. He doesn't know about any other threats, like the Reapers, or the Commonwealth, or the CRM, or Jadis rescuing him. So, that knowledge, you guys won't see it until like midway through the story, because I'm going to be speed running through a lot of this. But it is going to be vital for how the story situates itself here. So you guys will like this. It just might feel a little bit sped at times because I wanted to get this out of the way because I had prior worked on this and put it off. So you guys will like it. We'll just have to see how it goes. So let's dive in. We open up with Rick getting injured in season 9, and he goes and ends up on the bridge after so many sequences and hallucinations and such. And he goes to shoot the bridge, and then, right when everybody's going to save him, he says, "I found them." And then, bang! He shoots the bridge. But right when he does this, it flashes to white. And then all of a sudden, he wakes up, and he's in the hospital? But he was just at the bridge. No. This takes Rick a long second to process. First, when he woke up for the first time, it was a lot to process. But now, it's even worse. Because he's in the hospital, but he's already done this before. And he looks around, and sure enough, the flowers, the hospital bed, his getup, his look, it, it, it's all the same. And there's no sign of a bridge. There's no signs of walkers. There's no sign of Michonne or Daryl or Eugene or anybody. He's literally in the hospital. And as he gets out of bed, he has to remember. Then he remembers how weak he still is because, he cannot believe what is happening right now. Is he reliving everything that he had already done before? Has everything that he experienced just been a freaking. He was asleep? No, that's not possible. He already woke up from the hospital. There's absolutely no way that this is true. So he tries hurting himself, and he tries, banging his head. It's like, no, this cannot be happening right now. And it's like, he cannot believe it. Everything around him looks the same as it did when he first woke up in this hospital. And he thinks to himself for a long moment, that can't be right. It's literally everything all over again. And as he keeps walking around, he is further terrified by this. Not because he's seeing everything for the first time, but because he's literally reliving everything that he just did. And he goes more outside, and it's all the bloody same. The bodies, the setup, the hospital, his getup, his look. It's all the freaking same. It was all a dream. Everything. His son, his wife dying, Shane. This is madness. And he thinks there's absolutely no way that all those years, he lived it in a freaking dream? But he remembers going to sleep. He remembers people dying, and when he first was in the hospital, he barely dreamt at all, not to his knowledge, because he was in a bloody coma. But there's no way that coma spiraled into him so much that it made him think he was up, lived through all that, and then woke up again. But, I mean, but sure, everything he lived through, like, he knows what's happened now, and that's great, but the fact that he's even waking up now at all, it's like, this is crazy. And it's like, Rick keeps walking around, and it's like, sure, he's glad that none of that stuff was real, because it means that he could still maybe save Lori, Carl, and, like, redo everything he's done, but he can't think about that right now. And he's further trying to prove to himself that this is not real. It can't be. This has to be some kind of joke. So he goes to his house, and sure enough, it's the exact same way as when he first came out of the hospital and did that. So then he gets the same bike, and he decides one final thing that he is going to do before he makes a true decision on what to do and how to process the rest of what is going on and where to get his mind at. With all this information, there's only one place he can go that can right all of this or change all of this for the better. So he makes a stop at Morgan and Dwayne's house, where all the answers are going to come to the fold, and where he thinks that he might be able to change things for the better. But only this time, he knows he's awake. And this time, if what he is thinking is going to be actually true, he has a chance to change things for himself, his family, and his world once and for all. But is it the right decision, or was staying in that bed the best thing he could have done? Find out as we continue the story next time.